presidential power in Kenya? Is the judiciary trying to illegally capture power? Is there state capture of the executive in Kenya? These are the issues that we want to address. What precedent does it set in the Commonwealth, in East Africa, in Africa? What precedent does it set for a court to take up decisions that capture state power? We have seen this happening in South Africa, Miriam. The South Africans were very happy and they said they had one of the best constitutions that you can ever talk about. But look at South Africa today. It is under siege. The demolition, the breakup of the state, because the court turned on the state and ate it, even locked up the former president into jail. It has caused chaos in South Africa. Does Kenya see where we are heading with judicial capturing the state? Is Kenya watching? Are Kenyans aware? Are East Africans aware? What security problems will it bring to East Africa if Kenyan state falls into a fragmented state because of the capture of the state power by the judiciary? When you have a judiciary telling you that you don't need to do a referendum, how on earth does the judiciary tell the people who made a constitution that you don't do any referendum unless you come to us, the court, to make a decision? Surely, Miriam, in the normal circumstances, even if you have not gone to school to study any law, such actions we must seek further clarification. What are the parameters? Where does the judiciary end? What can the judiciary do to save its image? What relationship should we have between the judiciary and the executive? Is there a struggle for power? Has the judiciary amassed enough power to stop all the programs of the state? The Kenyan state today is acting without any pilot on the question of implementing the decisions taken by the judiciary. We can't implement decisions that are obnoxious. Obnoxious decisions taken by the courts in Kenya could lead to a conflict. And that conflict can lead to an uprising. And that uprising can lead to the killing of people. And that killing of people can lead us to go to the Hague. And that Hague can bring down this nation. We are not going to keep quiet. What affects Kenya affects us. What affects Kenya affects the Commonwealth. The Kenyan law is based on the Commonwealth law. There is no need of judges hiding under the Commonwealth law and quoting the Commonwealth law, and then they don't want other people to come in to check on them. As a Commonwealth individual, a citizen of the Commonwealth, I have the authority, the mandate, the right to come and ask, what is this law in Kenya where the judges have the right to stop a state from function? Miriam, believe me or not, the panel of Javan Karanja, Douglas Kirimi, Joseph Nyachama, good morning, all of you, wherever you are. One in Meru, thank you very much for your campaigns. One in Nanyuki, thank you very much for your support. One across to Dr. Joseph Nyachama in Nairobi. does the judiciary, has the judiciary in Kenya, Miriam, captured state power? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Today, there are many Kenyans celebrating. In 2007, 2008, there were many celebrating who were saying, we stand for justice. We want the culprits to go. Don't be vague. Let's go to the Hague. Miriam, do you remember such? Mm-hmm. Why? There was no constitution. Today, the Kenyan constitution, out of the entire sections of the constitution, there is no constitution in the world which is 100% foolproof. So I disagree with any judge who talks about the doctrine of the basic structures changing. The constitution is never bulletproof, or it has no permanent life. Constitutions keep on changing. Constitutionalism in Africa changes, in Europe changes, in America changes. Because we did not put enough proof, sealed enough holes in our constitution. The Constitution of Republic of Kenya lacks. It was cut and pasted from the American Constitution and from the South African Constitution. Miriam, I therefore want to tell you and put it to you that it's cut and pasted from both institutions, where there is a presidency and then where you see the Prime Minister. The Westminster have a type of constitution. The editor's memo finds that a cut and a pasted constitution of Kenya needs a lot of revamping. Whether it is here or tomorrow or wherever it is, the Kenyan constitution will need revamping. The editor's memo finds that it is a very bad precedent to create a president of that nature in the Commonwealth, where the head of state is under siege, where the judiciary besieges the head of state. As we speak now, you have listed several orders, Miriam, several rulings, judgments, nullifying whatever the government was trying to do. Who is behind the nullification? Who gains in this nullification? How many people in Kenya can even quote out of the 45 million? How many people can quote the Constitution, 10 pages of the Constitution? How many? How many elite people read the Constitution? How many lawyers in Kenya, even if you asked them a simple question, they will need to put that Constitution and read. And read first, then say, I am quoting. How many? That is why, where we got this English and education and civilization, the British government does not have a constitution. It does not have a written constitution. Miriam, I want you to find out and dig down why the British system that brought us this independence and gave us education, schools, and other things, avoided having a written constitution. I want us to begin to add value to our discussions. But how many of you know that Britain is governed not on the constitution, but is governed on norms? That's it. It is a law in Britain that when a bus comes, it is first come, first serve. Those who are there first enter the bus. If it is full, you have to queue and wait. But in Kenya, you need to make a law. A few minutes ago, the governor of Nairobi has just made a law that there is no spitting in the streets of Nairobi. No spitting. You must have a handkerchief. But it's not a law in Britain. It's not. You can't spit in the streets in Britain. Even you will be more ashamed if someone sees you spitting. You feel ashamed. Even a younger kid will come and say, Daddy, look, this man is spitting. It is not a written law in Britain at all. It is something that we want to find out today. Why is there a written constitution in Britain, in Kenya and not in Britain? The editor's memo wants to return to Miriam and tell you that this, if not checked, the point I want to make here, that if the people of Kenya don't come out to check on the excesses of the judiciary will create what we call a legal coup that could create an uprising where people would fight and the people will kill each other and we shall end up in a conflict. Thank you very much. Right from Mombasa, the coastal city of the Republic of Kenya, we are here, we are observing, we are thinking of what next steps after Friday, Miriam. For me, I want to tell you frankly, my sister, that I am not keeping quiet. I am not keeping quiet. And I think you have seen what I've written over the weekend. If you have not gone through it, try to go through by reasoning. I have never seen a court in any world which tells Kirimi that you will do a referendum, not today, but you will do it in 2030. I have never. For me, I will go ahead to petition other agencies in the Commonwealth, because the judges in Kenya have been quoting the Commonwealth. India is Commonwealth. Britain is Commonwealth. Uganda is Commonwealth. So they will be brought to accountability, to account for the judgment they made. I want to take this opportunity to thank Madam Judge Justice Fatuma Shichari for standing up for the truth. And Miriam, I want to tell, I have been here. Why I decided to be in Mombasa is to read fully the 392 pages so that I understand, because I'm going to be representing myself in the East African Court of Justice and in the African Court of Justice. If you are thinking you will do your elections, you must wait for the adversary notes. If you are thinking you are going to cause chaos, if you think that the BBI was not going to bring peace, just wait for my actions. Just wait for the notes, adversary notes that will come from the African Court of Justice. If this was justified, that you are not creating injustice to the people of Kenya, which will result into killings, which will result into Uganda being affected, then wait and see. If you think that the 28 refugees that went to Uganda in my county, in Uganda, have settled in my county since 2008. If you think they have no right to tell me that they thought they would return after there is a reconciliation under BBI, then just wait and see. They have a right, they are Kenyans. They are still in our county. They are still in my parish. They are doing M-Pesa. They have a right to tell me to take up the matter. So don't query me. I just want to bring the notice of amicus curiae to whoever is interested on behalf of the 28 families whom have now produced children. They might be about 200 and something, who are still in my county, in the border district of Uganda. So that is where I'm heading. Don't be surprised. Those who want to join me will find me ahead. We always lead, others follow. That's the bus that leaves Mombasa. Back to you in the studio, Miriam. Thank you.